Hello, I'm the Ben Crazy. In this video, I'm going to go over my expectations on NASCAR 25, a week before its release on consoles October 14th or on November 11th for those that are on PC. Also, you don't hype yourselves up so much and go hate posting on Twitter about every little thing not in the game or complain about what you thought was in the game or a bug that's continued throughout the game. You know, for your health, you should probably just get off Twitter. I mean, I did it. So with no delay, what are my expectations? Do I think it's going to be a NASCAR 2003 killer? Or even an iRacing killer? Am I just going to keep getting louder and louder? Expectations. I expect to see a NASCAR game that closely resembles a Monster Games developed racing game. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, to give you some history, Monster Games was a developer of Dirt to Daytona. Yes, that Dirt to Daytona. And the NASCAR Heat series. Not NASCAR Heat 5, though. If you want to know why, you can watch my video about that story, which is in the description. But after Monster Games stopped making NASCAR Heat, they started developing a different racing game called Tony Stewart's Sprint Car Racing, which they iterated on and made Tony Stewart's All-American Racing, which they iterated on and made SRX the game, which they continued to iterate on and made World of Outlaws Dirt Racing, and then finally World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24. This is around the time iRacing purchased Monster Games, and they started working on NASCAR 25. So if you played the recent World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24, NASCAR 25 is going to be pretty similar to that game in many ways, just because looking at the recent history, Monster Games really likes to iterate off of their previous games. And that kind of shows in NASCAR 25 looking at the gameplay previews. The UI and the racing UI look familiar. As you can see, the laps and the racing info displayed on the top left, map on the bottom left, position on the top right, and your speedometer, well, you get the idea. There's a time goal to beat in practice and qualifying, same as the Outlaws game. The gameplay settings from what was said in the NASCAR 25 gameplay previews all sound very similar to what World of Outlaws has, with the AI skill range being pretty customizable. That means changing their stability, recovery skills, incident frequencies, and impact forces if you crash into them. Again, all should be very familiar with you if you played the Outlaws game. So if I'm going off of those similarities, I can make an ass of myself and make some assumptions that haven't been previewed yet. Assumptions like pretty relaxed damage models, no caution replays when a caution happens, which means you will have to wait till the end of the race to see what happened, AI being pretty scared to race next to you, which hopefully can be resolved in the AI settings, the career mode possibly being pretty similar to the World of Outlaws game as well. Outside of that, DLC paint schemes and a lack of modding capabilities because of it. The modding part of it, people will figure that out. It just won't be anytime soon. The one thing I can't assume is the driving physics, but from the gameplay preview, you should be able to tell it's going to be more on the arcadey side, with setting options available to make the driving more realistic, which should be expected, especially for controller use. The controls and physics look good, but we won't know until we get our hands on the game. But back to the assumption side, yes, all of the things I've listed that are in World of Outlaws, like the AI settings, no caution replays, career mode, and no mods will most likely carry over into NASCAR 25, as well as the possibility of things that might pop up from the previous Heat games, like not being able to change left side tires, but we will see. And really, these issues are pretty small, should be expected, and they're not going to stop me from buying the game. But don't be surprised when people bitch about it on Twitter, and I told you to get off Twitter. Why didn't you listen to me? Getting back on topic, basically what I expect from NASCAR 25 is an improved iteration of World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 with NASCAR rules and tracks and car models from iRacing. Also, come here. Come here, just be quiet, okay? Come here. Car models are really hard to get out of iRacing, so if you see NASCAR paint scheme renders drastically improve on Twitter, they most likely got the car model from this game. Hell, some are still using the Ignition car model, but you didn't hear that from me, okay? So be quiet about it. And to put it simply for those that haven't played World of Outlaws, it's pretty much like a new NASCAR Heat game with half a decade of development time. So now for the real questions. Is this going to be a NASCAR Racing 2003 killer? No. No. NR 2003 is free. And even if it's a pain in the ass to install compared to modern games, my website has instructions on how to do that, by the way, in the description. Some people just don't want to spend the money. The physics is still top tier, and the mods, oh, so many mods, which allows you to play how you want to play. No other racing game out there is like NR, and until that changes, no game will kill NR. Hell, iRacing couldn't kill NR, and it's miles and miles better than NR. And it keeps improving with its car lineup, tracks, and offline AI, and that's from the guy that helped keep NR alive with NASCAR Racing tutorials. The issue with iRacing is it costs a lot of money. A lot of money. And for the kids that think that this will kill iRacing, that's an easy hell no. Hell, if iRacing was afraid of that, they wouldn't even think to release NASCAR 25 on PC. So in conclusion, what should you look forward to? Well, you now know more than most people about what to expect from NASCAR 25, knowing that it's not going to be a sim, it's not going to be an NR killer or an iRacing killer, but a polished, decent start to a NASCAR game series that will continue to get better as Monster Games iterates on it like they've done in the past. So do you think I'm wrong? Don't be afraid to complain about it in the comments below, because Lord knows I need that YouTube engagement. Also hit that like button, because this cat will know. She will know, don't you? Don't you, Serena? You'll know. You'll know. She'll know. Hit that like button. Hit it. Hit that like button. But really, I thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way through. It really means a lot, and I appreciate it. And I will see you later. This cat will see you later. Ben Crazy, out.